Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about the end of COVID. Eigo desu. Soredewa ikimashou. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training, in Japanese, Training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamemashou, is now available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 310. Today we're talking about, are we salespeople ready for the end of COVID? Depending on your industry, times have been tough in sales. We see the Japanese government trying to resuscitate the inbound tourism industry to increase jobs and revenues to gather more tax income. They're about to open the economy right up to stimulate business. Domestic tourism is worth about 3 times as much as foreign tourism contributes to the economy. There is a big kick opportunity there once COVID allows us to travel more freely within Japan. Capital expenditures have been put on hold as companies worry about the future of the economy. The weak currency self-selects winners and losers, so consumer spending may be impinged by inflation concerns. The kick-on effect is felt across a broad range of businesses, and so this may be an impediment to them opening up their purses and spending. Worrying about a pending global recession driven by the war in Ukraine, energy shortfalls, and supply chain issues may also have company leaders thinking they shouldn't start spending again and just wait and see. Very few salespeople have been super busy over the last couple of years, and most have been living a hard scrabble to produce results. This impacts our positivity and mental state about what is possible. We've also seen the numbers of active clients decrease and the volume of business deteriorate. COVID has shrunk our world and our mentality. We are mostly living small these days. How do we adjust to a post-COVID world? Let's be clear. The future isn't great, as we will be alternating between bouts of the flu and COVID every year. Just like the flu, COVID will be killing off older people every year, and weeks of productive work will be lost as people have to recover. Our clients will be cautious about any emergence from COVID and will be expecting the worst to happen. They've been conditioned to live small too. We can expect that there will be pockets of client spending available to us as salespeople, and our key job is going to be to identify these areas and concentrate efforts there. If a particular firm is emerging from COVID, we can expect that other firms in that same industry are doing the same thing, and we need to get busy contacting as many of them as possible. Some might be ready, but some will be ready to buy. We won't know until we contact them. We have to keep in mind that what we want is to be the one having the conversation with them rather than our competitors. We'll need to keep in close touch with them because at a certain point, a bell will ring and they will be back in the game. We just don't know when that decision has been made internally, so we have to keep in touch and keep gauging the timing. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. The show today is being brought to you by, on the 14th of October, our Winning with Relationship Selling program. If the client doesn't like you, doesn't trust you, doesn't see you as their trusted advisor, giving them real, solid, objective, helpful, business-building, profit-creating advice, why would they want to do business with you? There are plenty of people competing with you out there. You have to stand out. You have to learn how to build that trust, how to maintain that trust. You need to learn how to feel, or how to have the client feel, okay, this person is really working for me. They're working hard to make me successful. They want us to prosper. That is what this course teaches. Human relation skills, communication skills, all the sales skills, all the trust building skills. It's all in there. On the 22nd of October, we're doing our Dale Carnegie course, our flagship program. This is where we work on leadership, communication, people skills, stress management skills, and mindset shift to come out of our comfort zone and to strive higher, further, farther, better than what we've done so far, and have the courage to take the risks needed to push hard and push forward. On the 2nd of November, we'll be doing our High Impact Presentations course. Excellent program. Massive coaching. Massive one-on-one coaching. Everything videoed for video review. This is where you learn to become persuasive. This is where you learn how to handle really hard questions. This is where you learn structures. This is where you learn techniques. Excellent program. Check out our website, www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training, in Japanese, トレーニングでお金を無駄にするのはやめましょう, is now available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. Having had no end of trouble getting hold of buyers over COVID as everyone moved home and being blunted by the gatekeepers to the decision makers, a lot of salespeople are now gun-shy about calling firms. They are sick of rejection and being treated like a nuisance and irritant. The point to keep in mind is that this is exactly how your rivals are feeling too. If you make the effort, gird your loins and pick up the phone and call, you will have the jump on the competition. That bell will ring, and it is key that we are the one to hear it and get the business when the client is ready to come out of their cave and re-engage with the world. The prospecting muscle has atrophied during COVID, and now is the time to get working on strengthening it again. Better to go early than to go late. There will be a lot of changes inside firms as well. No one goes through a global pandemic unscathed. Whatever was reality before, there will be changes, and we need to understand how the buyer sees the world going forward. What are the new problems they are facing? Has there been any changes in how decisions are made? Have certain key people left the firm, especially our previous champions? Where did they go, and can we help them in their new company? What are the firm's immediate priorities? Is there capital to invest in expansion or recovery? Do we have the right solutions for this new world, or are we imagining we just go back to how it used to be? A lot of our assumptions and corporate intelligence may now be irrelevant. So we have to go back to basic questioning of buyers about what they now need, almost like starting over again. Have we been able to work on strengthening the value lineup of what we provide? Our workload may have declined during COVID, thereby freeing up time to work on creating added value for when it is time to rejoin the battle. Did you manage that? Is there still some time to allocate resources now before things heat up again? Perhaps your early interactions with previous inactive clients have recently yielded up some hints on things you should start working on to add to your lineup of solutions. Can you take some of the friction out of your processes for your buyers? Can you increase prices by adding some extras which have perceived value when judged by the clients? If we approach things with no presumptions, an open mind, and reinvigorated flexibility, we will be able to handle whatever the market throws at us. I personally will be very happy to be back in the mud and the blood of chaos and battle, duking it out with my rivals for the client's business. Let me at them. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.